Good morning. Good morning. A very good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and a warm welcome is extended to all the distinguished guests, the faculty, and the participants for the 19th Agricultural Research Symposium of Faculty of Agriculture and Plantation Management, Viber University of Sri Lanka. Agris marks a special milestone in the university life of the student. The efforts of 4 years reach a peak of success in the form of versatile research studies, and these are elaborated to encourage the students to succeed as exceptional graduates to the world. Today, we mark the completion of 20th year of hosting this event, and with that note, Faculty of Agriculture and Plantation Management proudly presents the 19th Agricultural Research Symposium. Marking the commencement of the ceremony, it's time to light the traditional oil lamp. I cordially invite Senior Professor Udit K. Jayasinghe Mudalige, Vice Chancellor of Viber University of Sri Lanka, our chief guest, Mr. Lasantha Wickramasinghe, Chairman, Milco Private Limited, our keynote speaker, Professor J.C. Edirisinghe, Dean, Faculty of Agriculture and Plantation Management, Professor B. P. A. Jayavira, Dean, Faculty of Livestock, Fisheries and Nutrition, Professor P. G. C. S. Bowatta, Dean, Faculty of Medicine, Professor L. D. Aldri Pereira, Dean, Faculty of Applied Sciences, Professor S. K. Gamage, Dean, Faculty of Business Studies and Finances, Mr. W. A. D. Chitrananda, Registrar, Viber University of Sri Lanka, Professor H. M. L. K. Herath, Head, Department of Agribusiness Management, Professor Bandara Gajanayaka, Head, Department of Plantation Management, Dr. D. R. Gimhani, Head, Department of Biotechnology, Dr. Kamani Ratnayaka, Head, Department of Horticulture and Landscape Gardening, Dr. K. H. Sarananda, Head, Department of Biosystems Engineering, Dr. Vajra Balasurya, Coordinator of 19th Agricultural Research Symposium, Ms. W. M. Tusitakumari, Acting Librarian, Viber University of Sri Lanka, Mr. D. A. Upali Dharmadasa, Bursar, Viber University of Sri Lanka, Mrs. Dulani Jaikodi, Assistant Registrar, Faculty of Agriculture and Plantation Management, Mr. P. I.O. Fernando, General Manager, Milco Private Limited, Mr. Isuru Arunodya, Student Coordinator, 19th Agris. Thank you. Please rise for the University Anthem. Now, I invite Senior Professor Udit K. Jayasinghe Mudalige, Mr. Lasantha Wickramasinghe, Professor J.C. Edirisinghe, Mr. W.A.D. Chitrananda, Dr. B.L.W.K. Balasurya, and Mr. Isuru Arunodya to the head table. Ms. Anastasia Koklova, our guest of honor, will be joining us online. Dear Madam, we warmly welcome you to the session. I cordially invite Dr. B.L.W.K. Balasurya, coordinator of the 19th Agricultural Research Symposium, to welcome all of you to this special occasion.
The Chief Guest, Senior Professor Udit K. Jayasinha, the Vice Chancellor, YMB University of Sri Lanka, the Chairman, Milco Private Limited, our keynote speaker, Professor J.C. Edrisinghe, the Dean, Faculty of Agriculture and Plantation Management, Mr. W.A.D. Chitrananda, the Registrar, YMB University of Sri Lanka, the Student Coordinator for Agris, Mr. Isru Arunodaya, ladies and gentlemen, on this beautiful day of 22nd January 2021, together with the organizing committee, I share the honor and privilege to welcome all of you to the 19th Agricultural Research Symposium of the Faculty of Agriculture and Plantation Management in YMB University of Sri Lanka. Agricultural research and education play an eminent role in the advancement of agriculture sector in Sri Lanka. Faculty of Agriculture and Plantation Management continues its contribution to reach the goals of agriculture of the country, fulfilling the needs of the society through research in multiple fronts. Agricultural Research Symposium, or AGRIS, is one of the avenues of this faculty to promote agricultural research. Commenced in 2001, AGRIS of the faculty pioneered a platform facilitating undergraduate researchers to deliberate and discuss research findings for an audience of agricultural scientists and other stakeholders. Not only that, the presentations are published as proceedings of AGRIS from the inception. Renowned in the agriculture sector, today, AGRIS of Faculty of Agriculture and Plantation Management celebrates 19th year of excellence in undergraduate research. Ladies and gentlemen, in this memorable moment, I would like to remind the founder of AGRIS. AGRIS was introduced for the first time by the former Vice Chancellor, Professor S.J.B.A. Jayasekara, when he was the Dean of the Faculty of Agriculture and Plantation Management. It has opened a great path for our graduates. With time, under the guidance of all previous deans, AGRIS has evolved as a renowned scientific conference in the country. In this valuable forum, I warmly welcome our chief guest, Senior Professor Udit K. Jayasinha, the Vice Chancellor of YMB University of Sri Lanka, for this prestigious event. We convey our profound gratitude to you, sir, for accepting our invitation and gracing this occasion. It is indeed an honor to have your participation for the event. Our gracious welcome is extended to guest of honor, Mrs. Anastasia Hoklova, First Secretary and Head of the Cultural Division, Embassy of Russia in Sri Lanka, who has devoted vital time from her busy schedules to grace this event. We are honored to have your participation, Madam. Our grateful welcome is for the keynote speaker of the event, Mr. Lasantha Wickramasinghe, the Chairman, Milco Private Limited. Thank you, sir, for paying your valuable time to share your knowledge and inspire our students. We warmly welcome Professor J.C. Edrisinghe, Dean, Faculty of Agriculture and Plantation Management, Professor B.A.P. Jayavira, Dean, Faculty of Livestock, Fisheries and Nutrition, Professor L.G.R.D. Pereira, Dean, Faculty of Applied Sciences, Professor S.K. Gamage, Dean, Faculty of Business Studies and Finance, Mr. W.A.D. Chitrananda, the Registrar, of YMBN Sri Lanka, heads of departments, academics, administrative officers, the Bursa, and all other officers who are sharing your time with us in this valuable occasion. We are grateful for your presence, which adds value and color to this event. A very warm welcome is extended to all the delegates from other universities and research institutes, including our honorable judging panel members. All the representatives from industries, sponsors, all other invitees for being with us to support and witness this important event. Also, a very warm welcome is extended to the presenters, the students who are participating through online platform. It's great to see your faces here. A big hi to all of you. I wish all of you successful deliberations in the technical sessions. Also, we have invited several presenters from the Kursk State Agricultural Academy of Russia for each technical session to promote international collaborations. Aibovan, I warmly welcome all of you and other spectators from Russia for the event. I wish to extend sincere thanks for the rector of the Kursk State Agricultural Academy for initiating this collaborative work. On behalf of the organizing committee and the faculty, I would like to express our sincerest gratitude for your presence in this inaugural ceremony. I wish the conference a great success and a fulfilling experience for all the participants. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.
Thank you, Madam. I most respectfully invite Professor J.C. Edirisinghe, Dean, Faculty of Agriculture and Plantation Management, to address the gathering.
Senior Professor Udit Jayasinghe, Vice Chancellor of YMB University of Sri Lanka, and our chief guest today, Mr. Lasantha Wickramasinghe, Chairman, Milko Private Limited, who joins us today as the keynote speaker, and Mrs. Anastasia Koklova, the first Secretary, Russian Embassy, our guest of honor today, Mr. Don Chitrananda, Registrar, YMB University of Sri Lanka, Dr. Vajira Balasurya, Coordinator of the 19th AGRES, and Mr. Isuru Arunodya, the Student Coordinator, Deans of all faculties present here, Heads of departments, academic and non-academic staff members, and invited guests and students. Today, it is a happy day to us as well as a sad day to us. It is happy because we are conducting our AGRES on time without wasting time, although a pandemic situation is present in the country. It is a sad day today because the students are online. Students are not present physically here. Last time this was bubbling with energy with young people around us. So it is a sad day today because we don't have students. We are unable to get students here in this session today. So with that, I would like to talk few words about the Faculty of Agriculture and Plantation Management as the Dean of the faculty. The faculty started in late 1999, actually October in 1999, and we offer 2 degrees. We all know this, but for the benefit of the listeners, we offer 2 degrees. One is on agriculture and other is on Bachelor of Biosystem Technology, which is a newly introduced degree by the faculty. And we run these 2 degrees by 5 departments. Agribusiness Management, the Department of Biotechnology, Horticulture and Landscape Gardening, and Plantation Management, and also Biosystems Engineering, which was recently introduced to the faculty to run the BBST, or the Bachelor of Biosystem Degree Technology program. And we are a research faculty. I guess we are the only faculty that has introduced the plant variety. We have introduced cashew varieties into the country. So the people who were before me, the deans who were before me, has done a great job in doing so. And research is in our blood. And therefore, the AGRES, which was initiated in 2001, now it is conducted for the 19th time. Right? So we wanted to inculcate research culture in the minds of our children. Now, I guess I can, if I am correct, we are the only faculty that publishes full papers as proceedings on the day of the conference. I guess all others do it afterwards. So we are running with a huge task with 132 full papers and published under 2 volumes, and we will distribute it today. So I guess it's an achievement, and I know there are a lot of teamwork. This is not the work of the dean, this is not the work of the coordinator, this is not the work of any other, but it is a team effort. So we think in this university or in this faculty, we are a team. So this is a work of a huge team of people, including students. So why do we need research or AGRES in this faculty? Now we have introduced AGRES to make students to apply what they learn in the classroom, and we teach them, or we enable them to learn or run projects or manage projects. Right? So this is a 6-month period project to them. So this is a project management experience. They have to manage funding, they have to manage the research, they have to manage chemicals, they have to manage inputs, and all that. They have to manage human resource available. So this is actually a training on project management. And also, we have introduced this into our curriculum long time back in 2001 to improve problem solving ability of students, right? To improve problem solving ability of students, which is a vital thing to be inculcated in the student community, in the future generation of this country. And also, usually this is organized by the students. Only this time, because of the pandemic, we had to take the lead. The staff had to take the lead. Otherwise, this is usually organized by the student. By organizing, by getting together, dividing into groups, and organizing this, they learn their soft skills. Right? So that is also part of the AGRES. This is not only a research program, this is part of AGRES. Part of AGRES is to develop the soft skills of the entire student community who graduates from this faculty. So we are proud of that. And in this time, we have 132 students in total. 132 publications have been made. 132 researches have been completed. And these were completed in these areas. We have 47 researchers coming out from the Agribusiness Department of Agribusiness Management. And we have 16 researchers coming out of Biotechnology Department. And we have another 42 researchers from Horticulture and Landscape Gardening. And we have 27 research papers coming out from the Department of Plantation Management. So we cover a diverse area in this research symposium. Students have covered a very high diverse area in this research, and when you see the proceedings, you will understand the diversity of research that have been conducted in this faculty. Now, during this time, we faced special problems. Unlike last years, we faced special problems, like it is faced by all over the world. This is the COVID-19 issue. Now, this is a pandemic time. That is why we have very small number of people present here, 1 meter apart, sitting here. So, our research program was also interrupted during this COVID-19 issue. Initially, the students were in the university, but later we had to, the government took a decision to close down the universities. Now, the research started at the time when the students were in the university. But we could have just waited. Now, most people will say we have lab work, we have other work, students have to come here, physically cultivate crops and all that. That is true. We have cultivated crops during the time the students were here. Only thing was the readings, the taking readings of the growth of crops was the problem. Now, we wanted to also to complete this degree program within 4 years. We have done so. We are proud to say we have done so throughout the existence of the Faculty of Agriculture. So we have given the degree out. We have graduated students in 4 years. So we want to do that, whatever the situation in the country, in the world, we will do that. So because of that, we wanted to complete this research program as soon as possible. Originally, this was planned in December last month, but we had to take it to January this year. So we did online coaching to research students, and also we brought in students in small batches and allowed them to continue their lab work, field work. So now the address is fully online because of this reason. Now address is fully online. Now this is distributed through a YouTube channel to the whole country and to the whole world, and all students are online. We will have sessions online, and for that I must thank you, the assistance given to us by the computer staff sitting over here. I must thank them. This was a huge task. Until midnight last night, they were here. Right? So now we have a smooth function running here, so I wish to thank them at this moment. If I do not do that, I am not a good man. So what is new in Agres this time? This time, we have added new flavor to the Agres program that we do today. We have a contingent of people from the Kursk State Agricultural Academy of Russia, and they joins with presentations today. So we will have plenary sessions with the presentations by our Russian counterparts. And we plan to go into MOU with this university, and it is underway with the help of our Vice Chancellor. We are planning to go into a MOU with this university. So they are proudly joining us today to deliver their research outcomes, so to show us their research outcome. And finally, I wish to thank Professor Udit Jayasinghe, the chief guest of this event, and Mrs. Anastasia Koklova, the guest of honor, and Mr. Lasantha Wickramasinghe, the chairman of Milco, who is joining us as the keynote speaker today. And I must thank them. With their busy schedules, we were able to get them here, although Mrs. Anastasia is online because of the obvious reasons. I thank them all for gracing us, and you made us honorable by attending this symposium. And I also wish to wish all the students success during their presentations. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. I now take the honor of inviting Senior Professor Udit Jayasinghe Mudalige, the Vice Chancellor of YB University of Sri Lanka, to express his views on this special occasion.
Okay, good morning to everybody, especially the chief guest, the keynote speaker, and all distinguished gathering in the head table, and in the down there are deans, heads of department, and all other administrative members, dear staff members, and finally, the most important part, although they are little away from us, our students, who are the key stakeholders of this event. Today is a very special day for faculty of agriculture and plantation management that we don't want to express. Our Dean, Professor Jagat, has expressed all these things in detail, and you know even better in what sort of situation we are. So rather than talking from the point of view, sort of 130 days old VC ship, I wish to talk from the point of view from, say, I joined with AGRES in 2005 as the 5th AGRES coordinator. So I have around 5,500 days history with the AGRES. So we know the AGRES, its importance. We have run the faculty with various leaderships, various headships, academic ships, and so on. Each and every person's real intention is to continue with the AGRES. We never compromise, argued, or do anything to postpone or to have it in the next year or whatsoever, whatever reason. But the reasons, we didn't get a reason, something like today, crisis, right? So if today something is a crisis, we have of course run with very normal situations until the 18th AGRES. But just because there is a crisis, I'm very happy that we didn't want to stop AGRES, but we changed the form of it. I'm sure this is a better form, given the new thinking, the way we are moving ahead. So we even thought of doing it in a new way and a more accepted manner, because dissemination of research outcomes now should not be confined to a classroom in front of a small panel. Rather, we'll be getting the support from Russia from one end, the students from their homes, academics from here. Each is connected with another set of people globally, locally, so sharing the information. So we are very happy for each and every staff member contributed for that fact. As Professor Jagat very clearly said, whatever crisis exists, the proceedings are there, students are there, we are here. So it is just the mode change, right? We may be coming from AM to FM, TV to some other thing, something like that. The mode change, but the purpose did not change. So I am very happy for that one. When it's come to that one, I had a small story when I told this one to even a couple of my friends yesterday. They come up with a very nice story of this one, why we have to change, right? If I say it in Sinhalese, I think it will be better. Crisis එකක් තියෙන වෙලාවටයි නැති වෙලාවටයි කොහොමද වැඩ කරන්න වෙන්නේ කියන මේ සාකච්ඡාවත් තමයි මේක ගියේ. ටිකක් ඉහළම පන්තියේ ඒ කියන්නේ පන්තියේ නෙමෙයි මේකට කියන්නේ පරිපාලකයෝ ඉන්න තැනක මීට දවස් 3-4කට සැරයක් කලින් අපි හම්බ වුණාම now there is a crisis එකක් තියෙනකොට මේ අන්දරේලා කොහොමද crisis එකට මුහුණ දුන්නේ කියලා තමයි එන්නේ. අන්දරේගේ ජනප්‍රවාදයෙන් එන්නේ. අන්දරේගේ කාලෙත් මෙහෙම පොඩි crisis එකක් තිබ්බා. ඒකට ගම්වැසියෝ අනම්මනම් එකතු වෙලා විවිධ නායකත්වයන් යටතේ වැඩ කරලා පොඩි කේස් එකක් ගියා. අන්දරේට වුණා මේක විසඳගන්න. කේස් එක විසඳන්න යනකොට රජුරවන්ට දාපුවාම රජුරවන්ගේ ඉන්නවා නඩුකාරයෝ දෙන්නෙක්. නඩුකාරයෝ කියලා කියන්න හොඳ නෑ. පුරෝහිතයෝ දෙන්නෙක්. හරි දැන් ඉන්නේ පුරෝහිතයෝ දෙන්නෙක්. එක පුරෝහිතයෙක් බොහොම ස්ට්‍රික්ට්, බොහොම කෙලින් කතා කරනවා. ඇත්තමයි කියන්නේ, බොරු කියනවා පේන්න බෑ. එනිසා ඇත්ත කිව්වොත් හරි, බොරු කියලාම ආවුනොත් හිරේ. අනිත් එක්කෙනා බොරුවමයි කරන්නේ. පොරට හැම හරියට ඇත්තට කරනවා දැක්කොත් අප්සෙට් වෙනවා, තද වෙනවා. එතකොට එහෙම දාලා හිරේ. එතකොට අන්දරේ හිතුවා දැන් මේ ක්‍රයිසිස් එකක් තියෙන්නේ බොරුවක් තමයි කරන්න වෙන්නේ. හරි මේක ඉස්සල්ලා ඇත්ත වගේ පෙන්වන්න එපා. ඇත්ත කියන පුරෝහිතයට දාමු කියලා දැම්ම නඩුව. ඇහුවා මොකද්ද හේතුව? හේතුව දැන් කියලා කියනවා මේවා හේතු ඔක්කොටම හේතුව තමයි මෙන්න මේ විදියට කියලා ඇත්තම කිව්වා. හරි මේ බොරුවක් කිව්වා. අන්දරේ අන්දලා කිව්වා. අන්දරේ අන්දලා කිව්වේ කාටද? අර ඇත්තම කරන පුරෝහිතයට. පුරෝහිතයට තේරුණා මූ කියන්නේ මේ එන බොරුනේ. මේක මම නොදන්නේ මෙහෙම නෙමෙයි මේක උනේ. මේ හොඳට තිබුණ කාලේ මෙහෙම වුණාට නරකට තිබුණ කාලේ ඕවා කළ හැකිය කියලා අන්දරේව හිරේ දැම්මා. ඇයි? සමන් හොඳට දන්න ඇත්ත මේ බොරුව කරන්න ගිය හින්දා. එසා අන්දරේ හිරේ ගියා. දැම්ම ඇපිල් එකක්. දැන් මේ ඇත්ත කියන නඩුකාරයාට තරහ ගියා. මොකද හොඳට අස්පනා අපිට බොරු කෙලිනවා. මේ තමන් දන්න දෙයට හිරේ දැම්මා. ඊට පස්සේ අන්දරේ ආවා ඇපිල් එක දාලා ඇපිල් කළා. ඇපිල් කළාම දැන් ඊළඟ එක්කෙනා ගාව හොරු දැන් මෙයා හොරු මෙයාට තද වෙනවා බොරුවෙන් ජීවත් වෙන්නේ. ඇත්ත කියලා මොන හරි වුණාම එයාට වඩා තරහ යන්නේ. එහෙමත් ඉන්නවට. පස්සේ මොකද කළේ? අන්දරේ හිතුවා දැන් මේක හරියන්නේ නැහැ. හරි? ඇත්තම දැන් අරකම කියන්න වෙනවා ඇපිල් එකනේ කියලා ගිහිල්ලා ආයේ මොකද කළේ? බොරු කියන එක්කෙනාට හරි? ආයේ ඇත්තම කිව්වා. ඇත්තම කතාව. බොරු කියන පොර මොකද වෙලා තියෙන්නේ? ඇත්ත කියනවට කැමති නැහැ නේ බොරුකාරයා. පොර ආයේ අන්දරේ විහිරේ දැම්මා. ඇයි? දැන් බොරු කියන්නේ කියලා තමයි හිතන්නේ මේ. ඇත්ත කියන්නේ මේක හිතන්නේ බොරු කියනවා කියලා. ක්‍රයිසිස් එක වළක්වන්න. මේ දැන කරන්නේ මොකද්ද? ඇත්ත කියන මිනිහෙකුට ඉස්සරහට යන්න දෙන්නේ නැහැ. දාලා ආයි හිරේ දැම්මා. දැන් මේකෙන් හිතාගත්ත දේ තමයි අන්දරේ නඩුකාරයා හරි පුරෝහිතයට හරි ඇත්ත කිව්වත් බොරු කිව්වත් ඉඳ වෙන්නේ හිරේ. ඒ නිසා ඇත්ත කියනවාද බොරු කියනවාද කියන එක වැදගත් නැහැ. ක්‍රයිසිස් එකක් ආපුවාම මොකද කරන්න කියන එක තමයි වැදගත්. බොරුවක් ඇත්තක් කරලා බොරු කිව්වත් බොරුවක් කියලා ඇත්ත කිව්වත් අහුවෙන නඩුකාරයා අනුව තමයි වැඩේ වෙන්නේ. ඒක මේ කාලෙටත් ටිකක් වළංගුයි. ඒ නිසා දැන් මේ ළමයිට වෙලා තියෙන්නේ ඒකයි. අපි ඔක්කොම මෙතන හිටියත් වැඩේ මෙතන ඉන්න ඕනේ පොරවල් ටික හිරේ දැන්. එහෙනම් හිතන්න එපා දැන් ඒ නිසා හිරේ ඉන්නේ කියලා. So students you should not think you are in a prison. You cannot come out. We are enjoying the egress, refreshment, lunch, and in the night maybe something more. You are presenting, we are marking. You may fail or pass, we pass. Right? So that is the criteria. නඩුකාරයෝ පරදින්නේ නැහැ මොන ක්‍රයිසිස් එක ආවත්. හරි? පරදින්නේ කවුද? ජූතිතයෝ. So we want to change that one, not the philosophy, but the way we are doing it. That's why we decide to have this egress continuous, maybe with a different mode, acceptable, non-acceptable. Maybe some people accept the mode, some people don't accept the mode. The way we are behaving, some people may accept, others do not accept. What to do? We cannot do all, because as economists very correctly say, there are 4 ways to earn something. As I am always telling, there are 4 ways to earn something. Something is first and easiest, free. Right? If you do aggress or not, you are getting degree. That's the one thing. We could have cut down the aggress and asked to go to implant training and cut down that one and go to convocation, even cut down that one and give the certificate. It doesn't matter. But I have to sign for the certificate. Right? I know අර අන්දරේට එච්චරිතා වෙන්නේ මම හොඳට දන්නවා මේ මුකුත් කරලා නැහැ ඇග්‍රෙස් කරලා නැහැ ඉම්ප්ලාන්ට් ට්‍රේනින් ගිහිල්ලත් නැහැ හැබැයි complete all requirements. So we decided not to give in that way. Free then the back. දෙවෙනි එක share. Free දෙන්න නැත්තම් මචං පැන්සල පොඩ්ඩක් දීපන් පෑන පොඩ්ඩක් දීපන් මගේ එක එඩිට් කරලා දීපන් කියලා තාත්තට හරි අම්මට හරි නෝනා වෙන්න ඉන්න එක්කෙනාට හරි දීලා කරගන්න පුළුවන්. We cannot stop that. Right? 100% we cannot stop because there is a crisis. Given a crisis, we cannot go 100% perfect system. If not, it is not a crisis. When there is a crisis, if somebody talks about to go perfect, we earlier did something was wrong. Why? This is the best system. So share is a better than giving free. Third one is stealing. නිකන් ෂෙයා කරන්නේ නැත්නම් ඊළඟ හොඳ වැඩි තමයි හොරකම් කරන එක. හරි කවුරු හරි එකක් ලියපු එකක් මෑන්ට කලින් සබ්මිට් කරනවා. So we can do that thing. එනිසා තමයි stealing is third best way. No මහන්සියෙන් කරපු දෙයක් එයාට කලින් submit කරනවා. හරි. In research also you can do it. හැබැයි එකත් අපි කරන්න දුන්නේ නැහැ. කලින් දුන්නේ නැහැ. කලින් දීපු එක කලින් ගැහුවේ නැහැ. ඊය හවස වෙනකම්ම දීලා තමයි edit කරලා තමයි මේක කළේ. So that means no stealing. But still it might have happened somewhere. Who knows? Because there is a crisis. Right? There is a crisis. We cannot stop 100% stealing. Fourth one is, and the best way, you will have to earn. That's why degree should be earned. So we all like to earn rather than getting something free, share or steal. There are no other ways to get anything. That's why starting from anything in the world, service so good, you will have to earn. If not, you will have to steal, you will have to get it free, or we will have to share. We like to get it free, share or steal always. So but education, we will have to earn. Research, we will have to earn. You cannot share the research of somebody. මම ලියනවා වෙන එක්කෙනෙක් නම දානවා නම් ඒක ෂෙයා නෙමෙයි. ඒක stealing. Right? So research, that's why it is a priority. That's why it is a disutility function. That's why people don't want to do it. That's why I ask for all sort of clarifications, ask all these things. We can provide all these conditions. If the system perfect, even if the research system is perfect, never happened in the way. That's why theory very clearly said, even the Nobel Prize won in economics, theory of second best. It's not the first best. First best never work. Why market always fail? We as people have two issues, moral hazard, adverse selection. අපි ඇත්තම තත්ත්වෙ පෙන්නන්නේ නැහැ. මොනවා කළා? අයි අපි information හංගනවා. ඒ කියන්නේ adverse selection කරනවා. අපි action එක හංගනවා. ඒ කියන්නේ moral hazard එක තියෙනවා. ඔය දෙක නැති වෙන්න රහත් වෙන්න ඕනේ. Nobody is arhat here. ඒ නිසා අපි ගාව දෙකම තියෙනවා. එක්ක information හංගනවා, එක්ක action එක හංගනවා. So in such a world, first best solution always fail. If somebody tells this is a perfect work, no. It's a second best option we are doing always with the research. So doing research is better than not doing, saying, I am not a researcher, I don't want to do research under these circumstances, because that good day never come, will not be coming. That's why we decided to have the 19th address. All the key stakeholders except students are here, not because of your fault, nobody's fault, right? That gives us an opportunity to do something in a very new fashion, right? Maybe it may be the same case for the 20th address, maybe for the convocation, but we will do in the best second way possible. Saying so, I am so happy to be here. From the 5th address to the 19th address, 5th address I was the coordinator, and then become 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, I become the head of the department. Then for the one address, dean. Now for the best address, I am very happy for the 19th address. It is in a different from, I am the vice chancellor. Wish that I can have at least up to 21 or 24th, unless I find a better greener pasture to go, right? And I wish we have another 12 years to work. If nothing happens, ceteris paribus, I can be able to stay up to 30th address and supervise at least. Now already I did 140, at least 160 or 70, and publish at least more papers, give opportunity for more staff, student, and we will do the best for that one as the Vice Chancellor, 130 days old, but as a person here for over 8,500 days old history. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Mrs. Anastasia Koklova, dear madam, we are more than happy to have you with us today online. And it is a very special day for the Faculty of Agriculture and Plantation Management. Mrs. Koklova is the first secretary of the Embassy of Russian Federation in Sri Lanka, and she is the head of the Cultural Division. We highly admire the collaborative efforts of the Kursk State Agricultural Academy, Russia, in academic and other extracurricular ventures with YB University of Sri Lanka. And we are glad to maintain the goodwill to establish strong academic relationship with you. I most respectfully invite Mrs. Anastasia to speak a few words and add color to the day's proceedings.
But I'd say that you also can exchange. And that is another important possibility which could never be put aside, because probably whatever is being done in the international sphere of cooperation is always share and exchange. And that concept brings us closer to understanding how we could develop further, not only in horizontal dimension, but adding dimensions to the activities of international cooperation and research sphere as well. So what is public diplomacy? It is a joint activity of governments, represented here by the embassy, and which we cooperate with ministries of Sri Lanka, with official authorities, and non-government organizations, and public sector as well, which aim to broaden international public relations of the states. And of course, university cooperation takes a very important part in this process as well. So I'd like probably to say a few more about how it is being implemented by the Russian Federation here in Sri Lanka and abroad at large, because the main organization responsible for this work on behalf of the Russian side is the federal agency, with quite a difficultly pronounced name of Россотрудничество, but it is being translated into English like cooperation with Russia. And it is actually subdivisionary to the Foreign Affairs Ministry of the Russian Federation, and is in charge of implementing public diplomacy, of developing cultural, educational ties. It also includes implementation of the productive interaction between various non-governmental foundations, associations, unions, universities, and other organizations of Russia with their foreign counterparts. And the opportunities of public diplomacy are increasingly used for implementing the current goals of the Russian Federation abroad, which are ensuring favorable environments, creation of modernization alliances, strengthening of Eurasian integration. Besides enhancing cultural, economic, business ties, language studies, this of course also includes scientific cooperation, educational exchanges, joint researches, and so on. Thus, public diplomacy contributes to strengthening and promotion of major currents of international cooperation at large on social and interpersonal levels. So, since the symposium provides a public forum for the undergraduates of Sri Lanka, and as far as I've got it from researchers from Russia as well, to present research papers related to agricultural economics and agribusiness management, biotechnology, plantation management, horticulture, landscaping. I'd like to see more on probably science cooperation and educational cooperation as well. So promotion of educational and research cooperation and Russian education abroad is one of the most important tasks which are being carried by our office here, and one of the most important goals of the Russian public diplomacy abroad. Of course, you've heard, and that is like a common notion, that Russian system of higher education is fairly regarded classical. It is based on traditional approach towards education, and since Soviet times so long, we've been long-standing partners with Sri Lanka, and for over 6 decades, Sri Lankan students have been going to Russia to get their higher degrees, and now we have over 5,000 graduates of various Sri Lankan or of various Russian universities here in Sri Lanka, with whom most of whom we keep in touch, and this community of graduates contribute greatly into the further cooperation of business, economic, cultural, educational, and just people-to-people ties between our countries. So there are over 700 state universities in Russia. So, you know, Russia is a huge country, including the oldest and worldly acknowledged. And every year, Russian government provides 15,000 scholarships for foreign students all over the world. Of course, mostly it is focused on the former Soviet Union, so the CIS countries, the Commonwealth of Independent States countries. But there are in total over 170 countries which are getting the scholarships, the Russian state scholarships to get the opportunity to study at Russian universities free of charge. Meaning state universities. And as for Sri Lanka, last year we got 40 scholarships, and this year, actually yesterday, we have started the enrollment campaign, and we are getting 40 scholarships again. So I would like probably to use this opportunity addressing the graduates of Vayambo University to invite the graduates and diploma holders of Vayambo University to apply for Russian scholarships to continue their studies for masters or probably for postgraduate degrees at one of the Russian universities free of charge by getting one of those scholarships provided for Sri Lankan citizens. Russian higher education is acknowledged and well established all over the world and recognized by vast majority of the international community, including USA, UK, Australia, Europe, Asia. So more than 120 countries of the world recognize Russian diplomas and graduates and members of the community of Russian alumni are top qualified professionals whose skills are always in high demand. There are in total 54 universities in Russia which specialize in agricultural research. And just recently, earlier this week, I took part in a webinar with one of those, which is Omsk State Agricultural University, which is it is in the top 10 Russian agricultural universities actually. And the administration of that university was very keen on initiating cooperation with Sri Lanka because they've never had any contacts with Sri Lanka before. And this, pandemic, though it brought us a great lot of restrictions, it also brought us a great lot of opportunities because with the developing of this webinar, Zoom session format of meeting, we got very much closer to many other institutions and universities which probably we would have never approached. So I'm really happy that this field of cooperation is vastly enhancing. And I know I've heard that Vayambu University is on the way to sign an MOU with Kursk State Agricultural Academy of Russia, and believe that further enhancing the inter-university ties is the very right way to implement public diplomacy for the better of the both countries. Besides our head office, so Rosatrudnichestvo and Russian Embassy here annually implements projects and programs aimed at the export of Russian education and promotion of international scientific cooperation, the attraction of foreign citizens to study in Russia, as well as the interaction with graduates of Russian universities. So hopefully when the restrictions are lifted, the Russian Center in Colombo will resume its regular activities. And I use this opportunity to welcome all of you to join us. Probably you can join us on Facebook because we are announcing all the events which we are inviting the Sri Lankan citizens to come to join, to learn more about the bilateral cooperation and the opportunities provided by the Russian Federation to Sri Lankan people. So with the history of over 60 years of diplomatic relationship between our countries, Sri Lanka and Russia, the two countries have always been rich in its friendship and sharing of culture. While we are in the face of this global pandemic, the relation between Russia and Sri Lanka still remain as strong as ever. And I would like to congratulate all the final year undergraduates who will be presenting their research papers today. At this occasion, and appreciate the efforts of the students for diving into the new knowledge and solutions on current issues related to agriculture. I believe your hard work will be rewarded in the best manner at the completion of your program. The world needs young change makers who are truly passionate in the and what they do, and there is no doubt that undergraduates of the Vayambu University are prime example of that. So I wish the Faculty of Agriculture of the Vayambu University and the Agres at large to prosper in knowledge for many years to come. I wish all the success for the students who are going to present their research papers today. And I thank you once again for the opportunity given to me to address this international symposium. Thank you.
Thank you, madam. It's time we make the day more interesting with the keynote speech. Mr. Lasantha Wickramasinghe is an experienced business system analyst with an outstanding academic and business profile. He is an expert in requirement analysis, enterprise resource planning, agile methodologies, and business intelligence. And also, he has experience in supply chain management and localized tax-related functionalities in several countries. Also, he has strong information technology professional with 2 master's degrees in information technology and also manufacturing management. With this sound and exceptional background, we are really glad to have you here as our keynote speaker. Mr. Lasantha Wickramasinghe, the chairman of Milco Private Limited, our keynote speaker. Sir, you are now kindly invited to address the gathering.
Our chief guest, Senior Professor Udit K. Jayasinghe Mudalige, First Secretary, Embassy of Russian Federation in Sri Lanka, Mrs. Anastia Kokolawa, Dean of Faculty of Agriculture and Plantation Management, Professor Jagat Edrisinghe, Coordinator of the 19th Agricultural Research Symposium, Dr. Wajira Balasurya, Registrar of the Wayamba University of Sri Lanka, academic staff members, non-academic staff members, and my dear students. I consider this is a great privilege to address 19th Agricultural Research Symposium organized by Faculty of Agriculture and Plantation Management, University of Wayamba. Why I consider this as a privilege is because I like to address youth. Because I think I have to deliver a message for you. So actually that inspires me as well. Whenever I get an opportunity to address youth, I really love it. So I would like to start with sharing a story that I just faced couple of months back. So I'm sitting in the chairman's room. One of our staff member, a peon, came to my room and very politely asked whether he can get a transfer to his village. So I asked, how long have you been here in Colombo? He said about 4 years. So I said, not enough. There are many people who have been here for decades. So how can I give you a transfer just being here for 4 years? So it's not possible. So I asked him, why do you want to go to the village? Then he said, so I'm getting this much of salary. I have to pay this much of fee as the rent where I am staying, and I have to buy food from the shops, so I have to spend this much. I can't give anything to our home, so I don't have any saving after doing this job. And I noticed he has a big belly, still not married, because he's eating junk food. He's not getting his mother's or wife's food to eat. And after a couple of days, I visited the village, and I met a farmer. His name is Tarindu. He had about 10 cows in his home, and his profit is around 1 lakh. And he's eating what his wife cooked, and he's visiting to village temple occasionally, and he's enjoying the breeze in the village, and he has leisure time. He has provided job opportunities for at least one person directly and some indirect employment. And I want to say that he's a graduate as well. He's a dairy farmer looking after 10 cows, and he's ambitious to increase the number of cows by 5 times. That is his target. And we contact sometimes him because when we need to identify the cost of production for farmers, we sometimes contact him because he's an educated person who He's bookkeeping. He's doing the bookkeeping. So if we ask many of our other farmers, they can't exactly say what is the cost of production per 1 liter. But this guy, he can say. And what I want to emphasize here is, so what we have to do, we need more tarindus, not the peons. And when I come to office every morning, there are 3 security persons. I don't want to insult them, but this is the reality. They just do this. They have very strong arms, I can see. But they are used to make salute. What is this? And being a company, turnover is more than 1 billion per month. We depend on tarindus. We can fire those peons at any time, those security person at any time. But we worship tarindus. Without tarindus, we can run. Without tarindus, we can't make profits. But these security guys, peons, they don't have a value to us. So if you consider why these people are just looking for a government job or something like that. Another thing that inspired me, I must share with this crowd. This was said to me by our Honorable Minister D.B. Herath. He said, we were discussing about jobs because, every morning, he said, not every morning, once a week, he's staying in his home, and he says from morning to the evening, many people comes to visit him, and more than 75% is asking for jobs. And he said, I never did this. I stood myself. I didn't go behind anybody asking a job. That's what he said. And he said, the most important thing, what he said is, I feel shy about these guys because they are villagers. He said me, look, how many opportunities are there in the village? So this is something sticking in my mind, because we normally hear, there are a lot of opportunities in the town. There are no opportunities in the village. But my Honorable Minister, being a person from village, he knows. He has walked around the entire area. So he has met many people. He knows what can be done in villages. But we don't see that. We think the opportunities are in the town. It's not. This is an agricultural country. We have very good weather. So we have lands. So there are a lot of opportunities in village. But everybody wants to come to the town. And ultimately many find, it's nothing there. So after you spend what you earn, you don't save anything in the town. Especially if you are a peon or security guard and you don't feel the freedom. So what is the difference between this Tarindu and the peon that spoke to me? I think the Tarindu was not afraid to going away from his comfort zone. Because many people, especially the youth, this is something that you need to keep in your mind, I guess. Don't stick to your comfort zone. If you stick to your comfort zone, the limit, the path that you can travel is very, very less, very limited. You have to come out from your comfort zone. And when also you are doing research, that applies. So now I will turn to one of the research experience, which is very similar. And a couple of years back, more than a couple of years back actually, there was a huge debate in the country about free trade agreements. I also involved in that debate as the secretary of the Association of IT Professionals. I went on to write a book even on that, but I was pretty new to the subject. I learned about that because I was curious about what these guys are saying. The one thing stuck in my mind at that time, actually that bothered me. Where are the universities? Why the IT guy is talking about this free trade agreements? Where are the economists? So there were only handful contributing to the debate. So because of the curiosity, I want to do a dissertation on the subject. So I met a professor and discussed about the thing. one of the important advice that I got is don't touch controversial things. Because if the supervisor or the panel or whatever is not with your idea, so that will affect you. I think it was said with a very good purpose. That is the empathy with me. I respect that. But that does not do the justice to the society. That is not the purpose of research. You know, the purpose of research is to advance the society by enhancing the knowledge, by making new theories, concepts, and ideas. In that also you need to go away from your comfort zone. Then only your research is valued. So, and I think this epidemic time, and when I come to Milko, and one of the things that many of my friends ask me, I was working in the IT sector, I was kind of stable. But when I get this challenge, and you know, I don't know today, will I be fired? That's possible, but I like that. I don't want to have a stable job. I want to be vulnerable. Then only I can work well. And many friends ask, Vasanta, you were in the IT sector. You know nothing about dairy. Have you touched a cow, at least? Somebody asked. But what I think is, do I have to really work with cows? No. In Milko, like Mr. Fernando, there are a lot of gentlemen with a lot of knowledge. They know many things about dairy industry. They know a lot about cows. You know, our brand is loved in the country. People are chasing us, asking for our food. So we need more Tarindis to give food to our customers, not peons, not security guards. We need Tarindus. And what I answer, or I thought was, I am working with people, not with cows, not with dairy. As a chairman, I have to just do it, just discuss and do things with people. I don't have to do everything because there are already talented officers, staff is there. So I don't have to bother about that. And only thing is, I need to know how to work with people, which I believed I can manage. So, and in the last year, we could turn around our company to a profit-making venture. Our profit is around 450 million for the last year, and we will be making more profit in the years to come. So, and all was done by this incredible bunch of people who has very good knowledge in the dairy industry. So what I want to emphasize here is you need to lead yourself. And when I say this, what I mean by lead yourself, if you lead yourself, you become much responsible about yourself. Then only you get the freedom. Then only you can do whatever you like. If you don't responsible about yourself, if you don't responsible to others, you lose your freedom, because then others need to control you. So whenever you do a research or whatever you do, make sure you are responsible to whatever you do. You have to deliver the results, and you have to earn the trust of others by being responsible to yourself. So lead yourself, be your leader. And even if you consider this situation, the COVID-19 situation, being in home, there are some advantages. You don't have to waste time in the traffic jams in the roads. The time is saved, and you have your parents with you. So you are more loved when you are at home. And you have freedom to do many things, and the best thing is you can decide what should I do now. It's not the timetable decides. Maybe you have online classes, but you have more freedom. So if you are responsible about yourself, this situation is ideal. So because you get more freedom to think what you can be. So, and again I'm going back to this Tarindu's example and this Pian's example. So as university students, what we should do? We should make sure Tarindus are making more profits, right? That's what universities can do. Universities should ensure that Tarindus are making more profits. Actually, they are already, because these farmers, they don't tell what they earn. So they don't tell, because sometimes they earn more than us. So because, I don't know, just because they don't want to hurt us, they don't say that. But if they are doing it pretty well, they can earn. There are problems, that's true. But if somebody is doing well, it's a good business, like Tarindu is earning. And obviously, the way he's doing is remarkable. I'm sure that he will at least double his income by another year, because he has a plan. I spoke to him, so I see that he's growing. So you can, through your researches, you can find out how you can improve their income. By doing that, we can reduce those youth who wants to comes to Colombo or the town looking for a job like Pian, because they can convert it to a good farmer. So that confidence has to be given to the youth. And as university students, you can do a lot. And in the big picture, we are kind of a lost generation, because the values that we value, it's not the really what we want. I'm not going to take a lot of time on that. Why I say I'm a lost generation, I think you can understand if you look at how we are doing now. But one thing we need to understand is we are in a very critical period. We are in between two eras. One era is dying. That is the era which is started from 1977, believe in the liberalism, and the same era started with the present constitution made in 1978. And you know, the people of this country has voted with two-third majority for a new constitution. The people collectively don't give power without a sense. They have given this with utmost sense, that is to change this constitution. And you know, the youth of this country came out before the election, and what did they do? They voluntarily painted the walls, right? They drew beautiful pictures in the walls. And what does this say? It's a very strong message. I think we need to embrace that message. That is an inspirational message. The message is we are ready to go an extra mile to beautify this country. That is the message. That is the inspiration, and that is what they want. But the question is it that easy? What we need. So can we go for a new era? So when we say new era, we always refers to our history. We had a proud history. So why we had a proud history? I think the base was knowledge. And if you look at all the constructions that we had, the irrigation system, the huge dagabas we made, the all based on the knowledge system we had. So if you want to change, if you want to beautify the country, I think knowledge is the thing, knowledge is the key, knowledge is the power. So in that sense, the contribution of the universities is enormously important, and you can't get rid of this responsibility, because the youth of this country is asking for this from us, from everyone. So no escape for us. So we have to do this. So saying that, I would like to commence my speech and inviting all the youth to come out from your comfort zone and try to think new things. Think big. Think big, because this is an era that the country is looking for a change. And the, it's not a responsibility of the politicians to change the country. It's not. If we think so, we will not change this country. It's our responsibility. It's the responsibility of universities. It's the responsibility of the youth, students, because we have spent a lot of money in education sector. So now we need results. It's not just vomiting what is the books from Europeans teach us. Because even in dairy, it's different how we are doing and they are doing. So you need to collect data from here. You need to go to farmers. You need to do research in yourself. So therefore, I invite all the youth and academic to come out from your comfort zone. And luckily, we are coming close. We are coming close. So Milko is putting up a new facility very close to your premises. So just few kilometers away. I think it's about 15 minutes drive, away from the river. So, and we are getting a new R&D lab there. So which we had a discussion with Professor Udit and his team. So it was a very fruitful discussion. And I was really happy about the attitudes of the academics who are teaching to you. So they are really looking forward to do a collaboration with Milko to do industry-specific researches. So Milko is warmly welcome University of Waimbur to do research together to make our organizations much profitable and also much close to our consumers, and also to increase the income of our farmers. So I am really keen on this project. And the place and time has been matched. So only thing we have to match is the people. So I think we can do a good job because we have good people around us in Milko and also in the Waimbur University. And together we can set an example. So that is what we have to do. If we set an example, others will follow. So with that very nice picture about the future, I thank you again, and I really would like to pay my gratitude to 19th Agricultural Research Symposium, and good luck. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. We highly appreciate and value the presence of all the distinguished guests with us today. So it's time to give away the tokens of appreciation. I now invite Senior Professor Udit K. Jayasinha Mudalige to give away the token of appreciation to our keynote speaker, Mr. Lasantha Wickramasinghe. Thank you, sir. Now I invite Professor J.C. Edrisinghe to give away the token of appreciation to Senior Professor Udit K. Jayasinha Mudalige. Thank you, sir. This is the most awaited moment of the inaugural ceremony. The Agris proceedings, consisting of the outstanding research findings of the students, will now be presented to the most respected guests and our coordinator. This is a unique opportunity given to the students of Faculty of Agriculture and Plantation Management to have their own publication by the end of 4 academic years. Thank you. We have come to the end of the inaugural ceremony. To pay gratitude to all the personnel who made this event possible, now Mr. Isuru Arunodya, the student coordinator, will deliver the vote of thanks.
The Vice Chancellor, Vayam University of Sri Lanka, Guest of Honor, Keynote Speaker, the Dean, Faculty of Agriculture and Plantation Management, the Registrar, Vayam University of Sri Lanka, Address Coordinator, ladies and gentlemen. It is my pleasure to appreciate your presence and the contribution to the 19th Agriculture Research Symposium. To commemorate the ending of the inaugural ceremony as the student coordinator, on behalf of the Address Committee, I take this opportunity to extend the vote of thanks. First and foremost, my thanking goes to the chief guest of 19th Address, Senior Professor J.M. U.K. Jayasinghe, Vice Chancellor, Vayam University of Sri Lanka, and Guest of Honor, Mrs. Anastasia Kovalova, First Secretary, Embassy of Russia in Sri Lanka, and the keynote speaker of the event, Mr. Lasantha Wickramasinghe, the Chairman, Milco Private Limited, who has devoted vital time for their busy schedules to grant this event. I am grateful for all Deans of Faculties, Registrar, Vayam University of Sri Lanka, Head of Department, all invitees from other institutes, former Deans and faculty members, all invited academic staff, administrative staff, and non-academic staff members from the Vayam University of Sri Lanka, and all students for their participation in this colorful event. Next, I wish to extend my thanks for the support given by various institute officers and persons from organizing 19th Address. First, I extend my thanks to the Vice Chancellor, Vayam University of Sri Lanka, for necessary approval and guidance to hold the address during this difficult time. Sincere gratitude to the founder of Agriculture Research Symposium, Professor S.J.B.A. Jayasekara, former Vice Chancellor of Vayam University of Sri Lanka. And my gratitude extends to Professor J.C. Edirisinghe, Dean, Faculty of Agriculture and Plantation Management, for the guidance and assistance provided throughout this period. Further, I would like to thank Professor H.M.L.K. Herath, Head of Department, Agribusiness Management, Professor K.G.M.C.P.V. Gajanayaka, Head Department of Plantation Management, Dr. R.H.M.K. Ratnayaka, Head Department of Horticulture and Landscape Garden, Dr. D.R. Gimhani, Head Department of Biotechnology, Dr. K.H. Sarananda, Head Department of Biosystem Technology, who has guided to make 19th Address a success. Especially, I would like to place my hearty thanks to the 19th Address Coordinator, Dr. B.L.W.K. Balasurya, for the leadership and helping hand given to the student in organizing this event. The symposium wouldn't be success without commitment of the Address Organizing Committee. Dr. J.M.M. Udugama, Chairperson, Logistic Committee for Innovative Decoration and all organizing, Dr. W.M. Vishwadit Kandegama, Chairperson, Fundraising Committee for Planning Effective Fundraising, Dr. P.S. Warakagoda, Chairperson, Publication Committee for timely preparing the address proceeding, Dr. K.M. Mevan, Chairperson, Advertising Committee for the creative advertisement and publicity, Dr. T.P.S.R. Guruge, Chairperson, Refreshment Committee for the timely arrangement and the commitment. I thank all academic staff members for their great support as supervisors and reviewers of the papers. All the external supervisors from different institutes are greatly acknowledged who assist in the research work of the students that have created the base of the research symposium. My sincerely thanks are extended to all supportive academic staff members for the support and encouragement. We are grateful to distinguished scientists from various institutes who agreed to support us as panel of judges in the technical session to evaluate the presenters. Address Committee acknowledged the support from the Administrative Division in organizing event and making the event possible. First, I thank the Registrar, YM University of Sri Lanka, Mr. W.D. Chikrananda, and staff of the Administrative Division of YM University of Sri Lanka for necessary arrangement. I thank the Bursar of YM University of Sri Lanka, Mr. Upali Dharmadasa, Assistant Bursar Makandura, and staff of Bursar's office from assistance in the financial aspect. We gratefully to the Director ICT Center Makandura premises, Professor W.J.S.K. Veerakodi, System Engineer, and all staff of ICT Center committed support to conduct the session 19th address in the virtual platform. Thank you very much. Senior Assistant Registrar, Common Support Unit, Ms. Yashoda, staff of Engineers Division and Landscape Division, Makandura premises, include Farm Manager, and thank for all support given to make this event success. The Medical Center and Public Health Inspector are thanked for the cooperative and support. Assistant Registrar, Faculty of Agriculture and Plantation Management, Mrs. Dulani Jayakodi, and all staff of the Dean's Office, including Audio-Visual Unit, and greatly thank for all support in work making the premises to ready for 19th address, and all non-academic staff members of FAPM for all your support, committed and hard work for 19th address. The financial support by University Fund, BSc Plantation Management, External Degree Program, National Lottery Board of Sri Lanka, Master of Agriculture, Enterprise and Technology Management Degree Program, MBA External Degree Program, and Food Business Diploma Program are greatly acknowledged. Without your support, this event will not be a success. Service offered by the other organizations include photography, videography, media, and newspaper publicity for the event are greatly appreciated. Last not least, the final year students who actively participate in organizing the symposium guided by the Student Executive Committee members of 19th Agriculture Research Symposium are greatly appreciated for creating the event in an innovative way facing the challenge. Other students of the faculty who have supported the event are also thanked. Again, it is my great pleasure to thank you for participation and acknowledge the contribution of all those who have supported to organize this event. Thank you for your valuable time. I wish a great day for you.
Please all rise for the national anthem. Thank you. Now all the guests are invited for the refreshments, and there are some notices. We will commence the technical sessions shortly after the tea at 11:15, and the sessions will be conducted in the faculty building and the staff development center. The technical sessions of agribusiness management department will be held in the third floor of the faculty building, and the technical sessions of the horticulture and landscape gardening department will be held on the third floor of the faculty building as well. And the technical sessions of the Department of Plantation Management will be held on the second floor of the faculty building, and the technical sessions